Dodge just gave me this car, so we're gonna see how it goes. We got a couple hour drive in the snow. It's gonna be fun. Let's get it. Guys, before we get into today's video, I got to talk about the giveaway we have going on the channel. Our Ram TRX giveaway and the limited amount of orders that are available, 5 remaining at the time when we're recording this video, are up for the best chance to win said TRX. You can learn more and get involved by going to tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Once those 5 orders are done, that's going to end that promotion. So if you want to get into it, it's very simple. tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. Link in the description. All right, here we go. First stop. There we go. Yeah, let's get it, baby. All right, so we're going to get started on our drive. I'm going to give you guys, this is my thoughts and impressions have to be held.
Your destination at 9:36 a.m.
All right, 37-minute drive to the break spot or till we get to the place for lunch. So that's the move. We're going there now. What's going on, boss? It's always funny to see people like, oh, he's like you're a friggin' celebrity. You're just a driver. All right, let's go see. I got the windows down. It's like 21 degrees out. Let's find out what this new thing can do. I'm all about it. You know it. All right. I don't be going into this BS. I want to go to nuts mode. Wet, not wet snow. Uh-oh. Yeah, we are going to go wet snow because it is wet snow. And I want to see how she handles. Here we go. Handling pretty good, to be honest. This is the thing with these cars, right? Like, I hear this all the time. People are like, oh my God, they're a boat. They're so big. Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be a muscle car, but it has that European refinement to it. It really does. Oh man, this thing, I will say this thing is mad comfortable to drive. Just so comfortable to drive. Oh. Only thing I got to be mindful of out here is my speed. The speed limits out here are absolutely insane. They will drop from 35 to 20, or it'll go from 45 to 25, back to 45. I don't want to say that they intentionally put speed traps out here, but they definitely do something. So this is the RT. This is not the Scat Pack. So this has got the lesser horsepower. It's slightly slow. It's going to be the option that everybody ends up buying. This is also the 4-door Charger. This is not the big giant 2 doors, so you got more room. Easier to get into the back seat if you got to put your kids in and all that good stuff. That's what this thing is. It is just absolutely gorgeous, man. I think, I am always been a 2-door guy, with the Challengers. But the 4-door is starting to grow on me. And that might be partially because of all my time in the M5s. But anyways, nothing like a nice scenic drive in a brand new Dodge product in the snow, driving a boat. Can't tell you, man. Oh, all right. See if I can keep up. He's got the Scat Pack and I got the RT. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn. Hit this ice. See how she handles? Ooh, nice. Didn't even slide. Whew. So I will be posting a full driving impressions on these cars here in the near future, but I'm really liking this 4-door Charger, to be honest. It's like I say, I hate to say it, and I think a lot of my Dodge family gets mad at me when I say it reminds me of a BMW, but it does. It reminds me of like a 540 BMW with the, you got the twin turbo. It's just a nice refined car, basically. Driving out here in the snow in the 4-door, not released yet, can't see these yet at dealers, but this is the 4-door Charger. I have driving impressions and stuff coming up on Monday, guys. All right, we're going to be under embargo until Monday, but I will be giving you guys my driving impressions on this thing soon. This thing, I really like the design. You guys know I'm not a 4-door guy. I'm just not. When it comes to a muscle car, right? I know you're gonna say you drive an M5. Yeah, I get it, but I really like the 4-door Charger. Is really growing on me. I've always been a Challenger guy, but this thing is very nice. Very nice. We got these Chargers lined up. Got a couple in front. Got this one here. Got some more in the rear. I'm sure they're probably like, there's a convoy of Dodges. What is going on in our town? I have no idea yet. All right, so we arrived at our first stop, and it's called Front Seat Coffee. With, the Dodge guys. Some of them are coming in now. Just saw my guy, GB Demon 170s in here. You got some of the other vehicles coming. You'll see them popping up here. They got us all parking over here behind O'Reilly Auto Parts. But we came in here, got some good coffee. Sorry my boss is on 1,000, but I'm up here in Vermont and I'm talking to other people with the accent, so it just comes out. But so far, this has actually been super cool. So we're on the way to the next spot, which is supposed to be about an hour. And I'm gonna really get my chance to get the driving impressions on this thing done as we go. So stay tuned. I see some of the other guys are here. This one of the Scat Packs, yeah. I mean, the Scat Pack appearance is a little nicer, obviously, than the RT, but they pretty much sit the same. I'm looking at them sitting right next to each other. So, Cody's car here. All right, we are off to the second spot. All right, so driving impressions now, driving this thing for a little bit over an hour. It handles good, man. I'm just the wide stance of this car. The joke that everybody runs, saying that these things are boats and all that other shit. I gotta be honest, this thing just really sits nice. The traction control system that they have in this with the all-wheel drive system and how it, determines how much power goes to the front and the rear really makes a difference. And don't get it twisted, I have not taken it easy on this car at all. I have really pushed it in the turns. You can see, like, I'll hit little patches of ice, like right there, and she just holds, man. Doesn't get sideways, doesn't lose traction. And these are just all-season tires that have come on here. I know they're going to have us driving snow tires later at the track, but this thing really handles well. So, first impressions, I like it. I think this car is going to be more of a win for Dodge than the Scat Pack because of price, okay? And to be honest, driving the high output, the 6-pack Scat Pack, and now driving this, and I've driven both, all right? I drove the Scat Pack at the Tennessee event 4 or 5 months ago, however long ago that was. 6 months ago, maybe. And now driving this one, I can tell you that you really don't feel a difference in the... I mean, yes, I'm sure that the Scat Pack is a much nicer model, better suspension, yada, 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 yada. All right, right? Brakes, etc. But you're not giving up a lot for this. The interior is still nice. The seats feel really good. They remind me a lot of the M4, my M4, right? My M5 has a little bit more cushier seats, but this has that really nice, like, hold you in the seat sport, but not like sport uncomfortable on a long road trip. I would totally drive this thing across the country and be comfortable as hell. It's so much room for my big ass. You know, it's 6'5" and almost 300 pounds. I can fit in here very easily. And then there's still all kinds of room behind me, all right? I'm still loving, still getting used to like the 4-door situation, but I'm really liking the RT, to be honest. I really am. I know that there's some more base trims that have food stamp wheels, and I know you guys are going to say, no way TK is saying that he likes the food stamp edition of this car, but for the price compared to what you're going to pay for the yeah, I do. I really do, man. This thing really handles nice. It has really good presence. That's the other thing, right? So even when, I'll play with it here in a minute. Let me let this traffic go by. So even when you're getting into it, and I want to just wag her a little bit, no body roll. Like it's just really stiff. It reminds me of like a Porsche Panamera. And I know Porsche, no, TK, don't know what you're talking about. Yes, it reminds me of like a Porsche Panamera or like a BMW 540 M Sport. It really has that presence, but it feels better. It's just because it's a little wider, and you know, the weight of the car, the length, it's a boat. I get it, but yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying the driving experience here. I really am. All right, so we are rolling down from Vermont into New Hampshire in the Charger. We're gonna take the 93. Now, for somebody like me that's grew up in Boston, I have nightmares about the 93 because the traffic sucks in Boston, but not as bad in New Hampshire. So it's cool to see that we're going from Vermont into New Hampshire. Go over here to this track, have some fun with these cars, and see how it goes. But I'm definitely enjoying the driving experience in this car, for sure. Just the way it handles. And what I'm saying is, you can hear it. I don't have to take it easy on this thing. And in regular drive mode, like when it starts to slip, it just corrects. It just fixes itself. So even an inexperienced driver could really have some fun with this thing and really drive it. Welcome to New Hampshire. Live free or die. Live free or die. Let's go. Oh, I love it. I'm trying to think the last time I was in New Hampshire. It's been at least probably 10 years. Oof. All right, we're coming up on the second spot on the trip. This is where we're supposed to stop for lunch, I guess. See what the move is here. I don't know what this memory error bug is I'm getting. Now, this is a pre-production model, so I'm sure that if there's a button or something when they were cleaning, maybe on the side of the seat, that's causing it to do weird stuff, but whatever. All right. I really like, and I'm really getting used, I really like this steering wheel too. I'm really liking the driving experience out of this thing though. And you know what else is crazy? The sound. They've done something with the exhaust in this RT. One of the biggest complaints I had was how the inline six sounded. It sounded like crap to me. It did. It sounded like garbage. But now, it's still not a Hemi, all right? I'm always going to be a V8 biased individual, okay? But it's not, how do I say it? It's not unpleasant. Can we stop doing that so I can see my maps? Jesus. It sounds good. I'll put it like that. It doesn't sound, at least it sounds good now. It doesn't sound bad. All right. I love this right here too. The button. to get out, you just press a button and push it. Now there is a lever in here somewhere. Is it right here? Yeah. So they do have a manual too. So when people go, oh, what happens if the system fails? Grab right here and open the door. But the fact that I like that it has just a little button and it kicks the door out. Awesome. All right. We've made it to the second spot. We're going to go over to that red building here in a minute and have lunch. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick view of the car and give you some of my thoughts so far after driving it. So I'll say this. Definitely an experience. It very easy to drive. Like I said, even if you were not an experienced driver, right? Even if you were a very inexperienced driver, the all-wheel drive system in this car, even in slop like this, right? It literally, and as somebody like myself who actually can drive, it makes it even easier. It gives me even more confidence. Now, it doesn't give you overconfidence, but it gives me enough confidence to really push that car. And, we had her sideways a couple times. It just handles. It just handles, man. I really enjoy it. And we are at the second spot, the Shillin' Beer Company. Let's go see what's up. All right, we got done with lunch. That was cool. Beautiful scenes and stuff out here. Now we're on the way to the track to go have some fun. Gonna go see what these cars are capable of in the snow on a rally track. Should be interesting. Should definitely be interesting.
All blue. The RT or the scat bag?
I got an RT.
Not bad, huh?
No, I beat the shit. I had it sideways and everything. It's fine. It's been great.
Almost no turbo lag.
None.
Yeah.
Louis, well, it's also cool out, so. But yeah.
My transmitter is somewhere. My bike's somewhere in this fucking car.
Uh-oh. And the exhaust on the IT sounds a little bit better than the Scat Pack, I think. Like, that doesn't sound like shit.
Yeah. He blocked me though. He roll raced.
Oh yeah, the Scat Pack just pulled away. See, that's the thing. I was like, I didn't feel a difference, so I'll drive a Scat Pack back on the way back and see if I notice a huge difference.
Yeah, it's
but
a big difference. It was I mean, driving. My microphone's in there somewhere. I had it on my damn seatbelt. My goddamn phone.
Probably under the seat.
Donut.
Oh!
Hit us with all that mud. Come on.
Yeah.
TK's wearing white. Yes, that's perfect. Perfect opportunity.
All right, so here's a prime example of crap road conditions, right? So this is a frozen road that they treated with sand, basically. They haven't done anything else to it. And it's handling fairly well. I mean, it's taking the turns. She's not braking. The all-wheel drive system's kicking in. I've only felt it slip one time, and it immediately corrected. Like, it didn't even break loose. So the all-wheel drive system in this car is really impressive. I mean, even when I get on the brakes hard, or even if I try to make it break loose, it won't. And that's in auto. I'm not even in snow or wet conditions mode. I'm just in regular auto mode, and it gets even more aggressive if you put it into snow mode. Like I said, the all-wheel drive system on this car is definitely impressive. If anything, out of these vehicles that Stellantis created solid here with Dodge, is this all-wheel drive system. Because, wow. Like, these conditions are really crazy. You can see, like, but the all-wheel drive system is handling this really well. Oh boy. Yeah, this is fun. This is definitely fun, man. Woo. We'll get up here to the rally track and see what we have in store for the rally car racing today. Get all this footage and these videos and stuff done. Oh man. Speed limit is 55, it says. No way. This little road, 55 miles an hour out here. Kidding me, right? Whew. It's handling great though. Really is. Like I said, it's really handling really well. Even on the brakes, like she's not sliding or stuff that you would expect it to have like control issues. Nah. I mean, I can play with it. Like I can cut the wheel and make it, you know, drive wheels this way straight. But it's very manageable. Like I said, you can have somebody who's not a very competent driver and they'd be able to drive this car in bad conditions, no problem. All right, guys, we're just getting to the track. Oh, this is frozen. All righty. The great frozen tundra here. How's it going, boss?
Good afternoon. How you doing, man?
Good.
All right. Welcome. So basically, we're just gonna
Park up
into
here.
that cabin. Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
get you backed in. It'll take you
Up there?
get you backed in over there, but we'll get you in that log cabin over there to
All
do
right.
a little presentation of what's going to go on today.
Cool. All right, guys, that concludes my time with the RT version of this car. I will be driving the Scat Pack version on the way back, so I will let you guys know. But this is I was pretty impressed with how this thing handled. Like I said, for somebody, if you're an inexperienced driver, this car really makes it a lot easier to drive in bad conditions. And I think they're going to sell a ton of these RTs over the Scat Packs for sure.
But going around the circle here, one of the other things we found very successful is using the manual mode.
Sure.
Just kind of locking it into gear just so it's very consistent.
So that way it's not shifting while it's trying to slide.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Of course.
Keeps everything super consistent.
Yeah.
We got some varied grip. Looks like a little bit of gravel's even starting to poke through, so we'll kind of negotiate that as needed. But basically here, kind of set the steering in about 180 degrees. Can start giving it gas, which will give you some rotation.
Yep.
A little lift will help kind of bring the nose back in, but you can just kind of use the throttle to really sort of modulate the slide.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of keep your eyes sort of looking up to where you want to go. Then a little lift here, back to some throttle, and very gentle gas. You know, this car's got a lot of horsepower,
Right.
so if you give it a little bit too much gas, things
It'll go around.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the less steering you use, kind of the better. You know, you'll find if you use more steering, it definitely makes the car turn more.
Sure.
But then you won't be able to get the steering out in time.
Right.
So just trying to, you know, use little bits of steering here and there. That's what's going to give you the best results.
Sure.
And it's fun, you know, even though all-wheel drive gives you some of that security and stability,
Mm-hmm.
you can also kind of see, too, how it also gives you the ability to have a lot of fun. So, yeah.
We're getting splashed right now. That's good. That's good, this camera.
All right, so hold on. Is that his camera right there? Hold on. So as you can see, we had a lot of fun here. I got to get the footage. I don't know if it's going to be in this video, but I got the footage of me swinging the Durango both ways. Pause. And, you know, also multiple chargers, you know. But event was an absolute blast. I have to be honest. Like, we had a total blast here, just running around. And major shout out to Dodge and their team for putting this on. But it really does go to show the driving components in the system, because the first Durango I had, the system, you know, it had been abused all day. Something had finally broke, and it was rear-wheel drive only, and I couldn't do anything with that in the snow. And then we had the other one, and it was great. So, yep. So we're going from the, you know, the amateur portion where we got to have fun to now we're going to go do hood rat shit with our friends. So we're going to have the pros in the car and we're going to go run around the course and do dumb shit. So, yes. Yeah.
Doesn't he look like a nice guy?
Hey, can we hang out the windows?
No.
I think we would cross the street if he was.
In the hood, this is how we roll. In a Durango Hellcat, nonetheless, which is perfect.
Hey, take off the child proof for the window. So
Oh,
put
shit.
the window down and
Driver,
look
look
at
at the stuff. Come on, you know the game. The game. All right. We gotta get everybody in, though. Hold on a second.
Paul wearing a fat girl's underwear on his head.
No.
This is something you do in the car. You didn't know that. All right, here we go.
Oh, shit.
All right, we got testing. Okay. OC, butter.
Headed to
The whole
7-Eleven.
crew is here. Now we're headed to the 7-Eleven. Don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna have fun.
Me and Butter gonna hang out the window.
Let's make it work.
Oh,
We
shit.
got the right mode going here.
Not a bad way to end the day. Doing hood rat shit with your friends. All right, so I came up in the RT, the 4-door. Now we're gonna drive the 2-door, a little dirty, but we're gonna take the Scat Pack on the way back. See if I notice a difference between the driving between the two cars.
Hey Thomas.
Yeah.
For the trip.
All right, they just gave me my navigation. So I got 1 hour and 40 minutes of driving to do in crap weather in a Scat Pack. About 7,000 miles on the odometer.
You will arrive at your destination at 5:21 p.m.
Yeah. Let's see how she does. All right, so far the driving experience with the Scat Pack, I definitely feel the power, right? There's a little bit more power there. Uh-oh. Here come the boys. I see them coming. Let me get this video. So I definitely feel the throttle, not the throttle response, but the extra power that the high output, you know, the 550 horsepower Scat Pack 6-pack has. It definitely does make a difference. But to be honest, in everyday driving, the RT is fine, man. In terms of its class too, I mean, just a ton of power. This one, I mean, look, if you want a spring and you have the extra money, obviously you go Scat Pack, right? Appearance package wise and the extra horsepower, but is it mandatory that you have to do that? I don't think so. I really don't. I think the RT is going to sell a lot of numbers, to be honest. And especially like if there's ever incentives or anything on that car, they're going to move a ton of those. So not to make this video super long, but yeah, in terms of how this drives over the RT, there is a noticeable difference, but it's mostly in the acceleration because of the power. But in everyday driving, they're very similar. And like I said, if you're a tuner, if you're somebody that's going to mess with your car, build your car up anyway, you can get the RT for cheaper. You know, you could always tune it, put a bigger turbo on it, and exceed, you know, the regular Scat Pack's horsepower numbers. So, anywho's, that's pretty much it, man. I'm enjoying driving this thing. It was an absolute joy to drive both, to get the Hellcat Durango on the skid pad and a bunch of other stuff. I had an absolute blast, man. I really enjoyed it. I had people say, like, would you recommend this car? And you know me, I'm a Hemi guy. I really want to see a Hemi on one of these before I'm like, yeah, let me get it. You know what I'm saying? But that said, yeah, I could recommend it if you're looking for this type of car.